Here's the interface to the system. So a gunshot has gone off. This is a duress button instead of a gunshot. That's an option on the system. You can have either a gunshot detector, you can also have a panic button basically. But the same thing happens. You get a red line up here, you get an alarm going off, that's actually on that map. You get a pop-up of the local camera that's closest to it, gives you the information over here. If this was a gunshot, it would actually tell you in this last one, if it was rapid fire, it would say yes and tell you how many shots are fired. You can click on it and it'll bring up another, it gives you the information on it. I think there's a slide on it actually. This is just the back-end interface. This is also a web interface, by the way. So you don't have to buy a piece of software for this. Once the system's in place, anybody who has access to the back end can have this as long as they have the rights, login and password rights to get into the system. And there's different levels. So you might have the login and password rights just to watch it and not be able to do anything. The little icons that we drop on the screen, like that one for the sensor that's active, you can click on any of them. They're all active icons. So a camera icon, for instance, if you click on it, will pop up a live feed from a camera. If you click on a sensor, it'll tell you what sensor it is. You can have locks on here as well, so you can close a door if you want to by clicking on it right on there. Or you can do a full lockdown through the system. You can do a lockdown and for everything. That's if you want to integrate it. Now we can also push, we have an open API, which means we have our information, our alarm information can be pushed out. So if you have an existing system, Genetec, Secure, doesn't matter what it is, Mutual Link, we can push our alarms out to them, and then they can do what they want to do with those alarms. So that's an option within the unit. Here's a sample message that is on a cell phone. So you actually get a picture, a location, so you'll have that same overview from the satellite view with the sensor on the building where it's located. And by the way, that map moves. It's an actual Google map. So if you have multiple locations and a sensor goes off, we'll recenter the map on that building sensor. It doesn't matter where the building is, it could be on the other side of the earth. We'll spin the map, show you that building, and give you all the information for it on that map. So that's built into it. But this is what you get. So all that information, which is pre-programmed to the system based on the sensor, is part of our adaptive response. So we'll say there's a gunshot detected because it was, where it is, what time it was, what detector it was, where that location is, what telephone number you may need to call to follow up on it. We'll give you a map that you can click on and resize so you can get a good feel of where it is, and we'll update that. Every time another one goes off, we're going to send out another one. Any questions?